Stop watering dead plants. Some things are meant to bloom. Others are meant to teach us when it's time to let go. Yet so many of us spend years pouring our time, energy, love, and hope into things that stopped growing long ago. A relationship that had become one-sided, a dream that no longer fits who you've become, a friendship built entirely on history, a job that drains more life from you than it gives, a version of yourself that no longer exists. We keep watering them because we remember what they once were. We hold on to the hope that if we just try a little harder, they'll come back to life. But not everything that dies is meant to be revived. Sometimes growth begins the moment we stop watering dead plants. Not everything is meant to last forever. One of life's hardest truths is that not everything is supposed to stay with us. Some people are seasons. Some dreams are stepping stones. Some chapters exist only to prepare us for the next one. That doesn't make them failures. It makes them part of the journey. The problem is that we often mistake endings for mistakes. We think that if something didn't last forever, it wasn't worth having. In reality, some of the most meaningful experiences in life are temporary. Their purpose was never permanence. It was growth. Hope can keep us stuck. Hope is a beautiful thing. It helps us persevere through difficult times. It gives us the courage to believe tomorrow can be better. But hope has a shadow side. Sometimes we place our hope in things that have already ended. We hope someone will become the person they've repeatedly shown us they aren't. We hope a relationship will return to what it once was. We hope a door that has closed will somehow reopen. Hope becomes harmful when it keeps us investing in something that no longer has the capacity to grow. There comes a point when hope must give way to acceptance. You can't grow a garden if all your water is going to the weeds. Every day you wake up with a limited amount of time, attention, and emotional energy. Where you spend it matters. If all your energy is going toward fixing what no longer serves you, there is very little left for what could. New relationships, new opportunities, new dreams, new habits. Growth requires resources, and every drop you pour into something lifeless is a drop that can't nourish something alive. Letting go is not the same as giving up. Many people stay because they fear that leaving means they didn't try hard enough. But there is a difference between perseverance and denial. Perseverance means continuing when there is still life. Denial means refusing to acknowledge when there isn't. Walking away doesn't always mean you've given up. Sometimes it means you've finally accepted reality. Acceptance isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Some things look alive because we've been propping them up. There are relationships that survive only because one person keeps reaching out. Jobs that continue only because we silence our values. Dreams we keep talking about even though our hearts quietly left them years ago. From the outside, they appear healthy, but beneath the surface, there is no growth, no joy, no movement, just maintenance. Eventually, you have to ask yourself a difficult question. Am I nurturing something that is alive? Or am I simply preventing it from falling over? Make room for what wants to grow. Nature has a remarkable rhythm. When old branches die, they are pruned, not because the tree has failed, because removing what is dead allows new growth to flourish. Our lives work much the same way. Every time we release something that no longer belongs, we create space for healthier relationships, space for creativity, space for peace, space for opportunities we couldn't see while we were clinging to what was already over. Sometimes the greatest act of self care is making room for something new. Your past deserves gratitude, not residency. It's okay to appreciate what something once meant to you. You don't have to resent the relationship or regret the dream or erase the memories. You can be grateful for what they gave you while recognizing they are no longer where you belong. Gratitude allows us to honor the past. Attachment asks us to live there. They are not the same thing. Growth requires courage. Letting go is rarely comfortable. There is uncertainty, fear, grief, questions about what comes next. But staying somewhere that no longer nourishes your soul has its own cost. It quietly steals your future one day at a time. Growth has always required courage. The courage to trust that what comes next may be healthier than what you're holding on to, even if you can't see it yet. Water what is alive. Imagine if you redirected all of the energy you've been spending trying to revive what has already ended. Imagine pouring that same love into your health, your family, your purpose, your creativity, your peace, your faith, the parts of your life that respond to growth. Those are the places worthy of your attention. Those are the seeds that become forests. Choose your garden wisely. You cannot make every plant bloom. You cannot save every relationship. You cannot resurrect every dream. And you were never meant to. Your job isn't to keep everything alive forever. Your job is to recognize what still has life. So stop watering dead plants, not because they never mattered, but because something beautiful is waiting for the chance to grow, and it deserves the water you've been pouring somewhere else. Slay reflection. S. See what has stopped growing. What relationship, habit, dream, or belief have you continued investing in even though it no longer brings life to you. L, look at where your energy goes. What could flourish if you redirected that time and emotional energy towards something healthy and life-giving? A, accept the season. What ending have you been resisting simply because it once meant so much? Why? Your next step. Choose one thing this week to stop watering and one thing to intentionally nurture instead. Call to action. Join the conversation. I'd love to hear from you. What is one dead plant you've had the courage to stop watering, and what began to grow once you did? Share your story in the comments. Your experience may encourage someone else to let go of what no longer serves them. And if you know someone who needs this reminder, send this to them. Sometimes all we need is a nudge. I'm Carrie Genzel, reading a blog from stateofslay.com. Slay on.